That's gonna work. I wonder if I can watch my own video. See what's up. Oh, maybe I can mute this tab. Hey, pulling fire. I don't know if the music's too loud. Trying to get this sorted out. Roxy. So that might be a little too low. No, that'll be fine. Just doodling. Kind of a little bit in not a funk, but an existential crisis with style and medium stuff. So I'm just trying to go back to some different styles and different things I did years ago. So and try to do something a little bit more cartoony, quicker. Oh, you know what? This would be kind of winging it for now, but it'll be something. That's a little loud for me. Hey Tim. Just trying to nail down the pose, and then I'll figure out who I'm gonna dress him up as. One of the things that I've always struggled with is speed, because I don't know, it just takes me forever to get anything done. So trying to find a nice balance of quality and speed. So I think I have no choice but to go cartoony for that. If I want to do any type of paint or color. I still refuse to try to use markers. It should probably save me a lot of time, but I don't want to. And not too long ago I had the bright idea of, oh, let me try oils again. Yeah, because that's a much faster process, let me tell you. Ringo, hello. belly, because cartoony chibi type stuff always have hot bellies. So I posted that Black Widow Scotty Young PMG homage, and a lot of people are really digging the cartoony stuff. So let me try that. Fringo, is this my character? I don't know what I'm doing yet, so probably not. I think what I'll do with this guy is maybe go Sinister. Like Mr. Sinister. That would be fun. Hopefully the pencil lines are actually showing through on camera, because it's a brown pencil and it's a little light, just kind of one of the reasons I'm using it for the initial drawing. But I'll ink it after. Maybe I'll use ballpoint pen. We'll see. Still figuring it out. Fringo, just follow along. I mean, I'm not following any specific like drawing model or technique. Well, actually I am, because just fundamentals of drawing, start with basic shapes and then start building blocking them out. So like the head, right, I started off with a general sphere as my center line, kind of block in the jaw, eyes, nose, something with the mouth, ears are the size of the eyes, and then start building out details. Start off really rough and then work out from there. Give them a little sexy lips. And then for the body, got upper body, let's give them a bikini. Okay. Basic shapes, and then start blocking them out. I don't know. Oh, the Batman one, thank you. That one was a blast to do. I have it around here somewhere. Okay, I can't remember what Mr. Sinister looks like, so let me just Google Mr. Sinister comic. I can't remember his costume, and then we'll start. I'll start building out some details on him. Okay, so. I know he's got the diamond, he's got the widow's peak. Gonna slick back vampire hair. Metal Eurolite Maniac UK _FC. Hello. It's a mouthful. Yeah, and he's got like the pointy eyebrows. Kind of demonic. Does he have pupils? Does Mr. Sinister have pupils? Not really. Okay. Not the greatest character for big eye design, but that's okay. Let's look at the costume. Back to, I guess this is a Jim Lee one. He's got the diamond on his chest. So let's block that in. He's got a big red belt. So let's give him a big red belt. And basically a onesie with above the knee hooker boots or night worker boots. Or okay, the Jim Lee drawing I'm looking at actually looks like he's got double boots, but that can't be right. That's gotta be a mistake. Let me find something else. No, just big old hooker boots. Or stripper boots. Hey Justin, yes, Little Sinister. Okay, let's... His head's a little big to try to fit a cape in. What's this cape look like? Or his cowl? Oh, that's a better picture. It's multi-tiered. Oh, kind of like horns. It's a little devilish. It's sinister, this one. Yeah, that's better. Could be a little bit more organic with it. Trying to follow some sort of symmetry. Let's actually do this. That always looks good. What's up, bud? Better call Bud. Got a lot of people up tonight. Yeah, those thigh highs. Dan Ferraguria, thank you. Sorry if I'm a little slow acknowledging people. The phone's up here, and obviously I'm drawing down here, but I have it up on my computer as well off to the side, so I look over every now and then and hopefully catch everyone as they pop in. If I miss you, it's nothing personal. please don't take it personally. These like some shoulder pad thingies, which I can use those things already in place. It's Sinister. I don't draw him often, but I always have a hard time with his weird cape tentacles things, because I don't understand how that's supposed to work. The one thing that I've said before when drawing superheroes is if I don't understand how like the anatomy or costume, whatever, would work in real life, I have a hard time drawing it. So like these cape tentacles, whatever, like how's that supposed to work? How is fabric just sitting around in space and floating around in space? I don't know. So luckily this cowl or collar or whatever it's called is covering up most of the cape, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And I think I'm gonna give him like the little energy things on his hands, so I'll cover up even more of it, and then there'll be a hint that there's some noodles going down back there, but I don't need to see them. Okay, he also has the shoulder things. I lost my music. Oh, and the music's back. I don't know where my music went. So there's that. Does he, what other distinguishing features? Oh, he has his like little goatee thingy. His hair, do like a highlight. I was gonna try and go on Whatnot again, but I'm just kind of like try to do a live draw auction or whatever they call it. There's so many things you gotta set up every time, and I just want to draw. So one day, yeah, I just need to have a little bit more. Get my shit a little bit more organized. There's a lot of people on Whatnot breaking annual and there's a metal, Avengers metal right now. Hey Patrick Lau. So I don't even know if I would have much of an audience if I went on Whatnot right now. So here we are. Okay, this piece of the collar is going to go over his face. This one's going to go behind. I think the inside of his things. Acme Condor, what's going on? think if I'm gonna power up his fists, all I really need is the silhouette. And I wonder if I have a circle stencil handy. I must. Oh, this is the oil painting I started that I'll probably finish at some point. I haven't touched it in 3 weeks, it's still wet. So bear with me for a second. Oh, there we go. Circle stencil. Amanda. Fancy seeing you here. Okay, now one thing I have to remember, it's so late in Canada, it's 10 o'clock, it's not that late. A little trick I taught myself, and this is like a little trick here, is when you use a circle stencil for your sketch and all your circles are very similar sizes, put a little piece of tape on the one you're using and mark it, so you can use it again later when you ink. Thanks, Fire. Yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve. You did oils when I was in high school. It was like over 20 years ago, and then I tried again a while back, but it was just like a Venom, and I did it more in an acrylic style. Just have to use oils, so I'm not really using the medium the way it's supposed to be, and I'm trying to do that with this Scarlet Witch, but I'm struggling with it. Okay, let me see if there's any other details I need to add to the pencils before I ink this guy. Let's give him a little base that he's sitting on. Oh, he does have undies, so it's blocking the underwear. There's the edge. I'm losing some of my lines. Let's do some of that banding. Don't care so much about the hands because they're just going to be glowed out. I do see a little bit of his biceps. So let's do the banding there. Amanda, weren't you on Keith's box break? Thought I saw you chatting on Whatnot in one of those, or is he done with the character break? Okay. Let's see if, is this black? I think that's black. Is this black? It's also black. Let's go with the finer one for the initial lines. Hey Rash, Jayhawk. You've been a busy man. Who's been busy? Raj's busy? Me? Yeah, I've been busy. Because I'm hesitant to ask why you say that, but yeah, I've been busy. Work's been crazy the last month and a half, which is good. It's a good problem to have. Raj's always busy. There you go. Mind Lockdown. I recognize that name. Just can't think of the real name. Oh, bang that table. I think I need to get a new phone stand. This setup's a little weird. It's right in my field of vision, so I have to look at the drawing like from down here instead of looking at it down. So hopefully I don't have any skewed perspective, which probably wouldn't be noticeable on something cartoony like this. But it looks fine. Let's work that belly. Simple boots. Amanda, I don't know if you're still here. But I think next Friday I'm gonna be up at some ungodly hour. And if I am, I'm gonna crash your live. supersized X-Men. I don't want to turn us. Yeah, X-Babies, right? X-Babies are awesome. I can't remember who the artist was on that, but I was obsessed with X-Babies when it came out. Yeah, this is totally an X-Babies flag. I think it was Sinister that turned them into babies, wasn't it? Oh, Mojo, yeah, you're right. Might be Mojo. I don't remember the story arc or like what the whole idea was. I just remember the art was so cool. Mojo's actually a fun character. That, considering I'm a self-proclaimed fan of doing the creatures, I definitely don't do enough Mojo. Mechanized there was a panel with mechanized X-Men to it in the same issue. I don't remember that. Little Wolvie 96 Wolverine from Ultra Set. Is that a real thing? I gotta look that up. 96 Wolverine Clear Ultra. Oh yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I looked that up, but that's not a X-Babies. That's just some crazy stylized thing. That's awesome though. I wonder who did it. From Mojo World. I can't see a signature on the pictures I'm finding on the Google. Do you know who did it? Yeah, it's part of the Mojo World subset. It's literally LIL Wolvie. You know, I don't know why I'm... What's it be, Rob 199? What's going on? I don't know why I'm like killing myself here trying to do smooth curves when I could just do this. Oh, so much better. That. Bang. Stencils, baby. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Let me close up the collar there. I think I'm gonna sneeze. And it might be a loud one. Nope, I guess not. Okay, let's give him a little, the rest of this little coat thingy that he's got going on. This needs to close up here. This one needs to close up here. There's one frame. 1% smarter. One step forward, 2 steps back. Don't worry. Plenty of time to fuck this up. It's past 10 o'clock, I can swear. Language, right? What was I thinking? It's okay, I don't think my mom's watching. Cover your ears, Raj. That's right. Mature subject matter. Do this organic. it seems to flow. I'm not gonna do you work in the off, you don't say. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard much worse things before lunch. Yeah, so I'm not gonna ink anything around the circles because I want to make that glow, so they shouldn't really have an edge. Because I'm gonna paint this, so. Goofy, sinister tentacle cape. So that goes around there. I'll come around back here. Texas tea. I don't think I've heard that before. Black gold, yeah, I'm familiar with, but Texas tea. That's a new one for me. Does he have fangs? Does Sinister have fangs or normal teeth? Let's see. Oh, he's just a normal dude. Playing a dude. Pretending to be the other dude. So I'm not so great with these like hair highlights, so I know there's a trick to it. I never bothered to kind of learn what it is. Maybe one day I should. We'll just assume that that's okay. What up to the tunage? Yes, continue watching. I'm still here. Duh. Frames. Yeah, it's not really doing it, but okay, let's go to a blacker ballpoint to get some nice detail going. Not mess up the eyes. He does have those crazy bushy eyebrows going on. Make sure I get that worked in there. Those circles around the eyes. Shogun 3600. Welcome. So these pens, the cheap, like 15 cents, big ones, they give you a really nice line, but this ink is very blotchy. So if you are gonna ink with a ballpoint pen and you're gonna use one of these guys, make sure to pay close attention to where your hand is, because this will smudge really fast. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't be using this, considering I want to put paint on top of this guy. Might need to give it a little spray of fixative. What's up, Rodney? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Staying out of trouble. Or just getting into right amount of trouble. Coach Gonzalez Comics. Hello. Okay. Comes to the frame. Yeah. Because this is going to be my main light sources, the fists, I'm doing is I'm just making all the lines on the other sides darker, and that without actually creating a light source is already going to give the illusion that there's light coming from here. I mean, this is can be a weird one to light, so I think just overall I need to get a little creative. Color are these stupid things. Blue on the outside, red on the inside. So he's pretty much blue, red, and gray. So the cape tentacles are going to be blue on this side, red on the inside. So doesn't really mean anything right now. It's just kind of more of a mental note to remember. Forgot to do this one. Just looks like it's floating out there for no reason. See, it's picking up some ink on my knuckles even though it's dry. Just have to be careful not to get that too smudgy. It could be a nice effect, but I like to have a little bit more control on my stuff. Okay. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, this was a bad idea to use this pen. Let's start lightly erasing some of these brown lines. Hopefully without too much smudging. It's really the only parts that I'm really more concerned with are the parts that aren't going to be too dark. So obviously around the edges, I don't want to have too many of those chicken scratches floating around. Inside these circles, I'm going to keep it as clean as possible. Oh, who's on my post-it note? No one. I was just showing something earlier. Kind of how to start building the basic shapes. So it's just nothing. Let's actually darken this. But go away. Got a little schmutzka on my pen there. Yeah. It's not a straight line, so I'm just go like this. I do need a bit of an edge here. Oh, that's got oil paint on it. Okay, so let's put some of these tools that I'm not going to use away. of water. I don't need a pen. This one can go back here. Don't need my roller. Don't need the eraser. I do need a little mini palette. Let that sit for a minute. I love to use abused top loaders for paint palette, and also apparently love to whack my head on the lamp. Let's see if I can move it up. Which temperature was it? I think this is the right temperature. I have this fun LED light with 2 arms, so you can move the light around. I don't know how noticeable it is on camera, but it comes in real handy when painting, especially when you get stuff wet and then you get a glare. Well, you get glare from the wet paint or the medium, and you can't see what you're doing, so then you can move the light easier. So I'm just going to use some matte medium. I'm going to give him a light burnt umber coat. And that might be it for tonight, because that needs to dry, and I don't have a hair dryer in the basement because I didn't plan ahead. I will show you guys how I do that. First, a little paint. Put on my palette. I just need a little bit, really. That might even be too much for something like this. Pick up the matte medium so there's no clumpies. I waste a lot of matte medium. And then just mix in some paint. You could do it with a brush as well. I'm just trying to be yeah, it's not dark enough. Supposedly you get a better mix when you use a palette knife. I'm not convinced. Maybe with oil paint. Well, I know with oil paint for sure, but with acrylic and doing this. That might be fine. Here's my rag. Just wipe it off. And get a nice wide brush. I do like to moisten a little bit in water, just so it's a little more fluid. And actually, I have no idea what kind of paper this is. It was just a scrap piece. I'm hoping it's not crap paper, but we're gonna find out real soon. Just load up the brush and try to do this in just a few strokes. Try to cover all of him. Acrylic dries pretty quick, especially with medium, even matte medium. So as soon as it starts getting a little tacky, you have to stop and let it dry. Because otherwise you're going to start lifting it. darken the top a little more, but it's already I can already feel that I'm getting pushback from the surface. So I have to stop. I don't. Ariel, Mr. Olivetti, the master. Thank you for popping in. This approach is actually very similar to what you teach in your acrylic courses, which has been a fantastic course. And see, now I have to stop because, as you can see right there, I'm brushing over the same area multiple times and it's starting to pick it up and it's leaving a texture, and there really is no fixing that without repainting. So I have to leave it. Paul, nice to see you. Yeah, for those who are watching, if you really want a serious course in acrylic painting, you got to check out Ariel Olivetti's course on Domestica. It's the best course I ever bought, digital course. It's not in English, but it doesn't matter because it's pretty self-explanatory. Find a finer brush. Oops. So pick up some of these eraser shavings that were left over. Grab a little bit more paint and start. I'm rushing. I really shouldn't rush. Let's create the black circles around his eye. Well, they're not black, but they're dark circles around his eyes. Still using the brown. It's not really brown, it's burnt umber. Actually, because he's lit from the bottom, the upper lids should be lighter than the bottom because the light would be hitting from the top. So the bottom of the eyes should be darkest. But this is still wet and I'm kind of making a mess here, so as much as I want to dig in and just paint it up, there's not much more I can do right now until this ground coat is dry. I can do little things like this, but it's risky. wonderful message. Which one's a wonderful message? Or a wonderful massage? But he likes a wonderful massage. Yeah, see, I'm picking up paint and I'm making a mess. I'll stream the rest. I mean, really, how it's gonna glow. I can't make this one because it's wet. But if you want to see, let me find a piece of something I can do it on that's not a sticky note, because that's not gonna work. Now a piece of scrap here. Oh, here, this is actually. Oh. Say I have. Can you see? Can you? I'm not sure you can see the pencil lines here, but it's actually perfect. This is just the back of a paper pad, and it's kind of got that tone look on it, so I don't need to paint my base. Let's put a circle on it, just so I know where it is, more or less. So I'm not going to use any medium here, so it's going to dry a lot faster. And it will be messy, but let's say let's go with green. I'm just gonna use some craft green paint here for the sake of demo. The trick to the glow is contrast, very stark contrast. So give my circle a little bit of a shape, so it's not just a perfect circle. It's like I'm not outlining the actual circle itself, it's more of a guide. Can I pinch this? No. Oh, I can. Sweet. I did not know I could do that. All right. I'm gonna block in the shape of the fist. I'm kind of doing this fast, so it's gonna be a little rough. I get the point. Darken out the back some more. Yeah, sorry, Raj. I wish I realized I could do that earlier. I was trying to find a bigger brush for the outside, because there's no point trying to do this with a toothpick. And so this is all, let's say, the background, whatever is in the background. I'm just making the fist glow, not a full piece. Okay, so just assume this is all a flat color, ignore the barcode and everything else. So that's still a little wet, but so I can go with the lighter green or ideally mix a nicer color, but I want to silhouette do a stroke around the outside of the fist. What's inside the fist, but on the outer edge. It's kind of like a rim light. Even do some of the basic shapes. This cardboard is very thirsty, like it's really soaking up the paper, the paint. Wow, the paper soaking up the paint. English. He fell English, that's impossible. And really, if you think of the way something glows, it starts really bright in the center, and then it goes out to, blends out to whatever it is. So keeping that in mind, using the same green or another value. Fuck. I think maybe I have too much water, or this paper is just soaking it up. I'll start blending out the edges into the dark green. One thing that I've learned about acrylic painting the hard way is that you can cheap out on the brushes, you can cheap out on the paint, you can't cheap out on the paper. If the paper's shit, like this, or like most sketch card stock, it's a nightmare to work on, and you actually find yourself struggling more with the surface than the paint or the materials. Absorbent, yes, that's the one. It's fucking Kleenex. And this is a perfect example of shit paper. But what do I expect? It's the backboard from the sketchbook. Yeah, you can prime and prep any surface and make it really well suited for acrylic, but clearly I did not do that because I just grabbed a piece of paper. And so now that I'm starting to get more of a glow here, I'm not really following the shape that I did anymore just because it's pissing me off. It's not as smooth as I'd like it to be. Kind of get the idea of going from light green to the darker green, and then in the center here we're going to go even lighter. So in this case I could I'm going to throw in some yellow. Use white. You need to have a little bit of understanding of what happens with different colors when you add white. Like with green, if I add white, it's going to look minty. So it really is a quick, like a very harsh transition. So I'm going to go to more of a yellow. And then lighten it up even more. Or I could just do all of this with an airbrush in about 5 seconds. But it's a different look. Trying to work my way around. This shouldn't take this many layers. I can go straight yellow. So I'm just straight yellow into the yellow-green mixture and kind of blending it on the surface. Hey, later, Paul. Don't worry, I'm about to bounce too. Raj is keeping me up with his thirst for knowledge. There's not much more I can do with the main one. It's actually still a little, it's still tacky. It's not dry, so. Back to a thinner brush, and I'm going to just re-outline the hand because that paint dried really dark. Thanks for learning me something. Yeah, you're welcome. I learned something too. Don't paint on this shit. I'm just doing the dark green again because there's just no contrast. And I started this whole thing with the comments saying that it's all about contrast. Well, if there's no contrast, it's not gonna work. It needs to go from a dark value to a medium value to a really bright medium, and then transition back into the darks. But that's kind of one of the cool things about acrylics and oil as well, I'm assuming, based on what I've been told and what I've seen, is you can just go light, dark, dark, light, just build up the layers. It's one of the greatest, like one of the reasons I love acrylic so much, and I'm just keep on coming back to it, is that no matter how bad you mess up, you can just paint over it. Just let it dry first. Don't use shit paper, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like the green ghost from Ghostbuster. That's exactly what it is. It's I'm just doing a green glow, but why does the music keep stopping? But it doesn't matter what color combination you use. Just going back with yellow because again it's just sucking it all up. Just building up that contrast. Anyways, I think you get the idea. I can keep working this until it's actually looking smooth, but it seems like a frivolous waste of time. Yeah, I saw the magic paint, man. It's nice. You know, Jusko or Jusko knows what he's doing. You know, like he's pretty good at what he's doing, at what he does. I knew Justin was going to grab that and give the opportunity to Rose. Yeah, don't use shit paper. I'm just darkening the edges. Because the paper is also so absorbent Makes it very hard to blend anything because as soon as you lay it down, it's already getting sucked into the paper. You can do like Kirby's crackle around the edges too to break up the. Again, this is just the stylistic thing to break up the colors if you want. Yeah, see now I can't stop. I'm gonna throw some white in to add more contrast. So I'm just mixing some white with my yellow to make it like a really canary yellow. And add some more textures here. It's gonna make it really pop. Because you know, it's all about the contrast. It's so easy to get carried away. Maybe if I fuck around with this thing long enough, Sinister will be dry and I can go back to that one. Just use markers. I think markers are even worse on shit paper. Or like same with colored pencils. Like if you don't have the right paper, forget about it. Just darkening the green. Yeah, like I'm not mad at it. You get the idea and it works, and you can continuously build up the layers to get it to really get it to pop. Like I think the actual fist with the glow around it is pretty tight. This is where it's lacking when it starts transitioning to the dark green, because this just looks like baby vomit on a paper. It doesn't actually have real color. Yeah, Hulk punch. Well, I think this is more of a Green Lantern thing. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that helps. See how this guy's doing. Nope. Actually, let's do a quick test and see exactly how bad it is. Yeah, it's still not. Yeah, it's still not liking it. Can get away with some of the real dark areas because you just keep on going over them, but it's no bueno. That's too dry. Another way to tell if it's dry is that the curving of the paper is gonna go away. I can't believe I don't have a hairdryer here. This is embarrassing. Okay, and then I'm gonna call it for tonight because this isn't going anywhere. But yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Hopefully this has been educational or entertaining, or not a total waste of your time. And we'll see you next time. Depending on my schedule is, I'll probably come back to this guy tomorrow. I'll try to do the whole thing on a stream. All right, I'm out. Have a good night.